Trevor Noah.
What's going on? How you doing, sir?
How are you, sir?
Oh, I'm exhausted, man. Late night rehearsals, working
Uh,
on
you know,
everything.
Hosting a special while doing a strip television show always seems like a good idea until you have to rehearse for it and do your regular job. I have been there before,
Yeah, man. I don't know. I
right?
honestly don't know how you do it, or at least I don't know how you do it without showing the signs of wear and tear. That's what I always
Well,
wonder. Why
listen,
does Ryan Seacrest not look run down?
if I had my shirt off, you would see all of the wear and all of the tear. So I keep myself clothed at work.
Oh
Um,
man.
Listen, Trevor, one of the great brains of our time. Thank you for coming on, my friend. It is
Thank you, man.
great.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great to see you. Been watching as you've been doing the show from home. Do you like, Kelly, who works with me, doesn't want to ever come back to the studio. We're doing it from the studio, but she'd rather be at home all the time forever. Do you like being at home doing your show?
Yeah, you know what? I like being at home, but I don't like the reason that I'm home. Does that make sense?
Yes, it
So
does.
Right.
it's one of those
The
things where I go
force.
like, yeah, like for me, this works, man. So many of my friends are, like, we always joke and we say like, this is the best for me and the worst for them because I have friends who love going out. I love friends who like being out. I love friends who, I love most of my situations. I grew up as an indoor kid. I couldn't leave the house much in South Africa when I was growing up. So I guess this is familiar to me. But yeah, the reason that I can't go out is like, oh man, this is depressing. So if
Yeah.
anything, I think that collective fatigue of the world not moving. I think also the collective fatigue of living in a world that has no spontaneity. So I'm fine being at home, but it's weird that I can't just like pop somewhere spontaneously. I have to think, oh, where am I going? Do I have my mask? How many people? Is there going to be a line outside the store? Do we have to wait in all of that just becomes
Yeah.
like a different world to live in.
Yes, I went to go buy Galveston last night, and it was, I mean, all I needed was that for my acid reflux, and because I had spicy food, and it was a real mission. I mean, you used to be able to just
Yeah.
walk into the store and
Yes.
get the
No.
Galveston, but now it's
No.
a whole mission. So I get it. I will say this, Trevor, it seems as if, and I know that you talk about current events all the time on your show, it seems as if we've got more and more hopeful stories that we're all talking about, right?
Oh,
With the, with,
definitely.
with the light at the end of the tunnel
Oh,
near.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Definitely, definitely. And I think that has been the one glimmer of hope that has kept people going in what I feel. I think we've lived in a space where for a very long time it was like, all right, here's the bad news, and now here's the bad news. Wait, what?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
here's
yeah,
the
yeah,
worst news.
Yeah.
Wait, what's going
yeah.
on here? And now it's become like, okay. And you know what? Sometimes I go, maybe you have to hope. I sometimes think
Mm.
that's what life is about, is that you have to hope
Yeah.
because without hope, you just exist in a constant state of despair. So I would rather hope and be wrong than to just live
Yeah.
without hope right now and then be like, whoa, what a horrible existence.
That is a great way to look at it and
Yeah.
manifest that goodness. So Trevor
Totally.
is on with us now. The guy's doing a show every night, right? He's busy. And then the CBS comes and says, you know what you should do? You should host the Grammys. And he's like, wow, it's a big deal. Like the Grammys, like one of
Yeah.
the most established shows of all time, specials of all time, great artists performing. And then Trevor gets his schedule. And he's like, oh, gosh. On paper, this looks tough. So tell me, what are you rehearsing for the weekend now?
Yeah, we're rehearsing. I mean, and it's what makes it so much harder. You understand this, and for your listeners, I'll explain it. Like recording during coronavirus is so hard. Doing
It's complicated.
anything in TV during coronavirus is so hard because just like every other business, there are extreme measures. So you're getting tested every single day.
Yeah.
Every single person is
Mhm.
getting tested every single day. Everybody has their shields and their masks, and everyone is 6 feet apart. And most of the things are outdoors, and there's not the same amount of people working together. And so, even the people who do work with you, you have to find like a barrier between you.
Yeah, yeah,
And so,
yeah.
like when you get it, it's such a weird world to work in. It's and it takes much longer because of that. And so because of that, like
Yeah.
when you're rehearsing, it's not like we just have all the artists at the Grammys like they normally do. Normally you've seen it. It's like just a party. Everyone's just
Yeah.
there and you hang out. No, now it's not like that. Now it's like Dua Lipa, hello,
Yeah.
Bad Bunny,
Yeah.
how you doing? The baby. Everyone is just
It's,
like on, and it's very spread out. It's really safe. It's tense. And I think tension is oftentimes what also makes you feel some of that fatigue during this period is we're living in a constant state of tension. Someone coughs and you're like, ah,
yeah. A
someone's
sneeze
too
or
close
anything.
or yeah, you don't even know how to greet people. Do you use the
Right.
elbows or
Right.
or do you just wave? I think all of those things make it hard, but it's going to be worth it.
Will all of the artists be in the same region, or will you be
Yes.
bouncing around? Explain it
Yes.
to us.
Well, that's what's going to be really fun. So the reason I agreed to do these Grammys is because Ben Winston approached me, who does the Late Late Show and a bunch of other productions, and I've loved him for a long time. And he said to me, "Hey, I want you to come and help me with these Grammys." I said, "Why are we doing a Grammys during coronavirus now?" He said, "Look, I think we can do something special for people at home." And I said, "All right, if you can convince me, we can do it." And he did, because what he designed and the team worked on at CBS, and it's really looking great with the Grammys people, is it's basically like it's a concert series for people at home. It's not a show made for the people who are there that home viewers get to watch. No, it's a show made for you at home. That's what the show is. And so what makes that so cool is you've got all the artists literally in the same space. So you've got it's like, I think it's like 5 stages together, and it's like an outdoor indoor thing, and so everything is flowing and moving. So like literally, you've got people performing right next to each other, and then it's like a jam session. It's just like everybody's there. So it's not long-winded. There's not like a long, and now we're gonna have a speech, and now that no, it's like music. You like music? Here's more music. You like music? Here's more music. Everything, country, hip hop, R&B, like it's just gonna keep on coming. And so what's cool about it is feeling all of that music together. Some of the musicians are gonna be like literally listening to each other. So you're going to see people singing along. Like in rehearsals, it was amazing. Like Bad Bunny was singing along to Dua Lipa's, Don't Stop Now. I was watching, I was like, this is fantastic.
This is so cool.
It's just because you see that even musicians are fans.
Now, BTS, Cardi B, Dua Lipa, Taylor, Harry, Megan Thee Stallion, the list goes on. And of course, Trevor will open up the show and guide us through the 63rd Annual Grammy Awards, hosted by Trevor Noah, live Sunday, 8 p.m. Eastern, 5 p.m. Pacific on CBS, and available to stream live and on demand on Paramount+. Thank you for your wisdom on a nightly basis, and good luck this weekend, buddy.
Thank you so much. I'm going to channel the spirits of Ryan Seacrest, and I will move all of the stress into my body, and I'll make sure the face looks good.
There you go. And I can send you some of my moisturizer if you want.
I'll take it. I'll take all of it, sir.
See you, pal. Thanks for coming on.
All right, guys.